about love, life, marriage, family. Let's talk about God and Christ. Let's talk about love, life, marriage, family. Let's talk about God and Christ. Let's talk about love, life, marriage, family. Let's talk about God and Christ. Let's talk about love, life, marriage, family. Let's talk about God and Christ.
Prophet's Wife Show. We live in a society where people put so much importance on physical appearance. Today on the show, we talk about a Christian woman and makeup. We'll go for a break. When we come, I'll introduce my guest. Thank you. Okay, we have a letter in the house, and when Mrs. Wanaman will take the letter with us.
So, dear Prophet's wife, I am a married woman. Before marriage, I used to apply makeup and put on jewelry, and my then fiancé, now my husband, had no problem with it. However, somehow after marriage, he suddenly dislikes it and even makes me feel as if I'm sinning by using them. This is beginning to become a serious bone of contention in my home. How do I get my husband to see eye to eye with me on this matter? Please advise me.
Alright, so you heard what she read, and this is a letter from a woman, and she's said whatever she wants to say, and she needs help from us. Well, I brought someone who can be of help to us. This is a woman of God. She's a pastor and a makeup artist. So if a pastor can be a makeup artist, then why not bring her to come and share her view on why some are saying makeup is a sin, why others are saying it's not a sin. All right, in the house we have Mrs. Erajua Inku. Mommy, you're welcome. Can you give us a brief introduction of yourself, please?
Oh, okay. My name is Pastor Mrs. Erajua Inku.
And I worship at the Radiant Place.
And she's the wife of Apostle Emmanuel Nkum. My dad is so that's my mom.
And I'm a makeup artist as well.
Yeah, she's a makeup artist. Extra Glow. She's the CEO of Extra Glow. Okay, so let's set the ball rolling. Mommy, I start with you. What is a sin?
Well, we could say that a sin is an act, okay, and also doing something that is against the law and the principles of God. Okay. The Bible is there and it gives us clearly what God wants and what God does not want us to do. So anything that goes against the word of God
It's a sin. Okay. Can makeup be established as a sin?
Well, makeup is not a sin, in the sense that, when you look through the Bible, I believe that some people are using instances like Jezebel's case and all that. And when we talk about Jezebel's case, it was the motive behind whatever she was doing. Okay, when you read Genesis chapter 2, it says that God puts the man, after he created the man, he put him in the garden to dress it and keep it. So what do you mean by dress it and keep it? It means that I have created it all right, but it will get mushy. It will get some, hedgy here and there, and you need to dress it very well. You need to transplant some. You need to keep some of the flowers this way, that way, to make the place look very beautiful. So God himself wants us to dress things and keep it well. So why wouldn't you want to dress your face? Why wouldn't you want to dress your body very well? It all depends on the motive that you have behind the dressing.
Okay, so let me take you back to the letter. Mommy, I sent it to you, so I'm sure you know it. What is your take on this letter?
Well, I would say that the Bible clearly states that as a wife, we should submit to our husbands. So there's no excuse to submission. Okay, it doesn't matter how you feel about it, what you think about it. As long as you're a Christian or a child of God, you have to understand that submission is the key to a successful marriage. So if your husband is saying that, I don't want it, if you go to Numbers chapter 30, it talks about vows, all right. But it says that even if you make a vow, your husband hears it and he nullifies the vow, that is it. You can't do anything about it. So as long as your husband says no, just if you think that you still, want to do something about it, just go back to the one that placed your husband over you and ask him to touch his heart, to be able to understand it more and then be able to take a second look on whatever you're asking him.
Okay, what about the fact that this man never made the lady know that he wasn't in support of makeup, and then suddenly he comes up to say after marrying her, all right, so I'm not comfortable with this.
Maybe it could be due to some doctrines that he has. People keep listening to inspirational messages here and there, and listening to some preachings and all that. Sometimes, if you're not careful and you listen to certain doctrines, you might end up going off way. You understand? There are some people that we call them over-righteous. The Bible says over-righteousness is a sin. So some people, when they become born again, you see that they don't even want to, some wish they don't even wear slippers again. Because they feel that, they don't want to sin, they don't want to offend anybody, they don't even want to tie their hair, they don't even want one strand of hair to show. They don't even want to put even lip balm on their lips because the over-righteousness has taken over. But the Bible says that over-righteousness is a sin.
Okay, Mrs. Banner, the letter.
So I will begin with, just as Mama said, define sin. So I will come back when you define sin from what she said, like acting against the law or divine law or an immoral act towards the code of divine laws or an act against the code of conduct. So I put the definition of sin there, and I also looked into the meaning of makeup.
Okay.
And it was like applying powder, lipstick, or substances like combination of chemicals with the sole purpose of enhancing your physical beauty. So if it's the letter, submitting to your husband, it's okay, because after whom are you pleasing, whom are you dressing to please? He's the one that you're addressing to.
Really?
Yeah, yourself one, God, and then your husband. These three things.
Because when you said he was the one, you're like, okay, so that's even when he asks you to go naked, you go naked.
Oh, how? So your first, yourself, God, and then your husband. Then, when it comes to before then, he wasn't like that. Then suddenly he changes. That's when the issue comes. How do I quickly then adjust myself to be in a situation that I used not to be? So in this case, I think communication is key. When I'm taking the letter, because you were not like that, and now this is it. So you can't just, pull me into something you have now adapted, and you wish I could also just dance to your tune.
Yeah.
So yes, marriage is a compromise, as we all know. So for the letter, I think the woman needs to speak to the husband more. How she will communicate is very key. Then at least if they can come on a halfway. It could also be how the woman applies the makeup. It could be it says, or it's maybe it takes all her time. She's using all her money into everything, makeup. Sometimes how we go about it might also let the person change his or her mind concerning what you are into. So if it's really eats into her time, when she has to be with the husband or they are going somewhere and then the makeup is, drawing the man back, definitely he will change his mind on that. So if that is not the case, then at least they should just communicate.
Okay, address the fact that the man also kept this thing from her, that he wasn't into makeup.
That he wasn't into makeup for now. My part is when he says as if she is sinning. Because most of the time, I think when we raise these topics, the popular scriptures that come to mind is when Apostle Paul and Peter were addressing the church, like as in 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. And then he was saying women should adorn themselves, as in dress themselves with modesty. So here, the key word was modesty, doing it in moderation. At a time when you are putting so much on physical beauty and then you don't care about your soul anymore. So I find it difficult when, there has been a number of times my husband will call for join a loyalty service or church workers meeting. How many of us here did their time for coming? And just a number of hands being raised. But then these are the same people who will go to makeup artists, sit down and then have their face done for about 45 to 1 hour, and people to know that yes, they are looking good. Then that one becomes, when he brings that sin, then that one becomes sin. Why you should put 1 hour on making up to come and sing or usher when you've not even done your quiet time? I think that was what Paul was admonishing, and then Peter, not to put the emphasis on the physical appearance, but rather on the soul.
About the man keeping this from the wife, like the wife to be, because before they got married, this woman was already doing makeup and you didn't like it, and then you allowed her to do it, you get married, suddenly you don't like it.
Yeah, that was what I was saying, that suddenly you change, that's become difficult. So you can't just suddenly change and you expect me to have changed. Mommy said something that submission, but then I think the same verse, the Bible also says we are hair joined. So what you speak, then I will also speak and tell you this is what I want us to do. It's not that I have to submit to, if you like it or not, like pushing it into the person's throat. I think communication is key. So now that you have changed your mind, you can't blame the lady. She has to submit, but gradual.
Alright, please, I think if I could kindly do something about the internet. There's a problem with it. Alright, thank you. Dr. Sefako, this letter, what do you say about it?
Okay, so I think Lady Reverend and Mr. Banana have spoken at length about the letter. The place I want to take is that is becoming like a bone of contention in the house. That means that there's a problem with how they are communicating the whole issue. I'm sure the man came and said, change. They said, no, I won't change. And the moment you do attack and defense, there will be a bone of contention. And people just don't wake up and just swing their mind off one thing or the other. Right. You realize that, okay, some people maybe out of maybe they are born with the makeup, so they want to change. But for something to become a bone of contention, then that means that there is a change of mind and mentality. And as Lady Pastor said, it could be a doctrine, a new doctrine that the man has been exposed to. One thing about doctrine is that at times human beings or single person or group of persons can wake up with a revelation. That revelation might be taken out of the context and to suit our normal and human or ego and satisfaction, we push it through as a doctrine. Therefore, we end up kind of imprisoning everybody who hears the doctrine and wants to follow.
Okay, I'm sure a lot of people would want to hear what you're saying, so we'll go for a break when we come. Alright, so you're welcome back. Before we left, Dr. Sefako was saying something, and I would want her to continue. Doc, please take us through.
Alright, thank you. So I was saying that people normally don't just wake up and just change their mind over something that they loved before. According to the letter, you could see that the man loved the makeup in the beginning. In fact, that was what really drew the man close to the woman. Oh, obviously. Obviously, because you can see that the lady is really hurt that this is what I was doing before you saw me. So I know very well that the makeup was a magnet. And for the issue to become a bone of contention, it means that they have been dragging the issue, attacking and defending. As Lady Reverend said, it could be a doctrinal change. When people's doctrine change, you have to change everybody around them. So, and I was saying that a doctrine at times, when a person or group of persons, upon getting a revelation, can take an issue out of the context of the Bible and just push the agenda. And when they push the agenda, they push it so hard that everybody around them is supposed to comply. So it makes people difficult for them to even search the scriptures for themselves. Because every day, every now and then, when I go to church, I'm being taught one thing or the other. Remember, the Bible says that faith comes by hearing and by hearing the word of God. So as long as you hear one thing over and over again, your mind begins to tune up to that. And I'm sure that for it to become a bone of contention, that means that the man's mind has been changed over some period. He has gone to hear something that he felt like this is the truth. Because when you are in the midst of people, example, who adore gazing, you come out and you are feeling this is the new truth. And everybody around you is telling the lie. And that's what the doctrine comes into. That's why Paul said in the Bible that follow me as I follow Christ. So when the doctrines change, people become very defensive and can attack if they have to, just to change with them. So this man is obviously going through a doctrinal change, and care must be taken so that this home can be restored. Because if this home is not restored, he will not even have the opportunity to come back to senses later on and apologize. So this lady really wants to push her agenda that hey, I'm doing for a long time, but there's a need to just put on the brake and pause and ask yourself, is it doctrinal change? What is the problem? Maybe the new church is going, is the only one going. You need to go with him to the church that is going now. Maybe that's why they're treated. When you go, when you come back, then two of you will search the scriptures. If you don't go with me to my new church and you come and tell me what they are saying is wrong, I will not buy your idea. But the only way I can buy ideas is like, oh, we all want to hear. Now let's search for ourselves together. Then as you pray from time to time, you realize that things begin to change. He begins to know the scriptures. Look, if you don't know the scripture, every wave of doctrine will just move here. But the Bible says in the last days, false prophets shall arise, and new doctrines will come, which will be pleasing and very, very appealing to the human nature. So we have to be careful the kind of doctrine. So I think that this issue could be a doctrinal change, and care must be taken about it. So I want her to pause, to just take the back seat, not because she's been defeated, no, but she's taking the back seat to analyze the issue and know how best to take it. And you'll be shocked.
I think I think some of us some men are beginning to, they are mistaking what submission is, because I realize that there are men who follow a woman to her church when they want to marry or they want to date you. You follow them to church, you respect their pastor and everything, but the moment you put the ring on the finger, I don't want to see you in that church. And because of submission, she has to submit, allow things to go, because she wants to save her home. She just has to let everything go and say, okay, my husband doesn't want me to go to church. I asked Mrs. Bannerman, I said, okay, so what if he wants you to go out naked? Someone put a question and the person was like, okay, so because she's married, she should stop everything because the husband is asking. So would you say the same thing if the husband asked her to poison someone? And I was like, asking to say yes. Okay, anyway, I went on the streets on, I think on Tuesday or so for an interview. We had a vox pop and it was fun. All right, I'm sure the video is ready, so I'm taking you to the streets. Just listen to what some of Good afternoon, Mom.
Afternoon,
me who you announce?
me ado me so me ho.
Oh baby, I worry, but answer no be worry. No, so you makeup dada. Inti ni kunu no be man na oni ni dating na nkantre ni so mpe makeup. Inti o worry ni wie no ni be fie no. E no say me mpese me hu say why makeup. Me mpese obehye jeans trousers. Inti ye pese ye hu wa adwen say is it right say hu nipa no na o ye dada. Na wa wara ko fie na afide o pese o kire ni say ma ne nye say ma ne nye sa.
Say ebia na be ma no so na adwen kire ni say ebia na say de odo oba no. Say no na ba o wi ase ma ne nyina ye o ko stop na ebia na wan peni so obe no. ti wa dada na di na be fie e na oto no fu se dia ye no enye gya mempe eye pa se wa ye ni samu eye enye sanka obno bia na oba no su odo no oba no duane agya no na akope obi a na ni makeup eye boni
e Bible no
boy mi nhye Bible mu da se oba wo koye si ye siesie ho ewom se ye siesie ho ba ye fa makeup nka ho baby wo ho kra asumade ti se gold yi kra nche se ye hye
okay
enu nti na oba say sorry for bi mu ye nhye asumade
okay
dem say o catch any say bon hye makeup sa oba no ompene e na on ware nti na ma dada oba na no ne no koye ana afa catch any say on pe makeup but say ye ko a me catch o say me mpe
ni mean say oba na ube ware na ni makeup asamu na dia can to dia enye e kire say oba be ware ma ne nda ho ti se na minute no oba ne hu ana ope na asemo obe ware si oba ne say woni nda ho se be ma no so ope wo fine obi ho ko police ne hu fine odi oba ne kofie ade a kire na oba ne sign so ohuru ni hu ya na be ma ne si oba we na me ko fine na kire say makeup no mu ye ma no no e na ni hu efese se makeup na fri ni ni ahwe se na ni ni ti ye wo kire say ni nyina adane kaka motobi na ha nyina aye de eye nti enye fine what you say
oh David
adentra
I don't know makeup na timi man we oba uma obon say small girl so otwie bedu baby bon say o small girl so bon be hu nanim abeka say abrewa bi.
My take on makeup, I wouldn't say it's bad or it's not bad, but then makeup is, I wouldn't say it's good or it's not good, but then me personally, I don't know, but I do makeup when I feel like there are days I feel like I want to make up and then I'll make up. There are days I feel I don't want to make up. Yeah. I'm indifferent about it. Like, I don't think it's bad. And so I myself, I don't do makeup on a daily, but yeah, once in a while, yes.
I think makeup is a very good thing, but too much of it, I think it's bad. I see makeup on women, some women, and it's very bad. I think it has to do with your personality, how you want to look.
Well, I don't see anything bad about it. Me when say something I fair in some way.
Sometimes my penis like I bet me makeup, but it's not
functionally.
It's not every day that my penis will wear makeup.
Makeup to me, some women they use it to beautify themselves. You get, but some women don't like makeups. It's not everybody. It depends on individual.
From my perspective, I like makeup, so I feel like you should wear it when you are going for a certain occasions. Let's say wedding, dinner, or red carpet. But you shouldn't wear it every time because Ghana weather is hot.
I'm biased. I love makeup to start off with, but makeup is something personal to you, and I don't think it should define. It defines who you are. I don't think you should be judged because of the makeup you wear. It's just like wearing your clothes. It makes you an individual person, and the benefits is that it enhances whatever beauty you have. You know, it will never change. It doesn't change you, and it's not surgery. And at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you can wash it off. So I don't think I love makeup. So honestly, I feel sad for her because I think that before you're getting married, you should both know each other. You should all know your strengths and weaknesses, and you should be able to settle. Or you should be willing to change. But I don't think that if that wasn't an option until we got married, you're stuck in it. So I feel sorry for her. I don't think she should change, but if she wants to keep the marriage, I think she should compromise. It's all about communication. I don't think makeup should be a breaker in the marriage.
I didn't try.
Because of our mommy, Omona Yeshua Monadia, as some maintain, or no, ya may. So I know, ya, I may. Me
patcho, Debbie.
I didn't try.
Me patcho, oh, Yamiasam, and he has soft mammy, obey makeups.
Okay, but what about the lay, Obia on yourself for mommy? Or sorry, Christian or no, also a sorry makeup.
I say, O Christian, you cried and says, "Oh, this animal account."
Oh, I mean, Genie.
I didn't try.
So for my pal, so for my we make up and then I saw them man. A more motivating, so
With the makeup, Nedie meets me a jai. But with the wearing of trousers, no. I think it's going to take some time before it meets me a jai.
So it depends. We really have to talk because maybe the kind of work I do, it would depend. The kind of work I do, I would have to make up before I go on set and other things. So it would depend. We have to talk about it, and then if it doesn't work, I think
it all comes down to communication. So if anything, I think that we should talk about this before you get married. Like, you don't try to change someone after like knowing them for so long. If you don't like it, then in the first place you have to let the person know that you don't like those things.
I think first and foremost, if you don't like something someone is doing, right from the onset, let the person know.
I'm a Christian, but me who is a makeup or Bible.
So for my media, I am a mini party. For me, and yes, I wear makeup.
I'll break up. Ask for a divorce.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You should accept me the way I am. You can't force me to be who I'm not. Simple.
Wow.
I mean, I would. You have to understand the situation first. Like, you first have to talk about this whole thing because before we were courting and all that, you knew that's how I was. So I don't really see why you should make it a big deal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Wait, will I be married to the person or we are dating?
The man waited for you to marry before he told you that I don't want to see you in makeup, I don't want to see you in jeans.
Oh, he's joking. it will happen. That's what I would say. He's joking. He's not serious. But he should accept me for who I am. He shouldn't try to change. At least I feel like if he wants to change something, maybe he can say I should tone it down a little. That one maybe I would try because like he's my husband, so you have to respect him. But don't tell me to cut everything else. Like he's joking.
Okay. Makeup hair bunny.
Oh, which one can I say?
Oh, Bibia, or the back, say, be only scripture, be able to make a savior, I say, and you say, makeup.
Oh, there be madam, we say, so but to me, I crowd class, or I guess I will make up.
Me, style.
No, like in your own makeup hair.
Timaka say, Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Chair, and no name was son, and Bema baby to cry a bonnie.
Oh, sir, oh, trim.
Chair, I want things there. Or batteries are Mimi say, Mimi who know baby a tree now, or the best in her. Now, wash some short dress, if you know they're between more. Say, my friend, will say, and I can't be baby now, who won't mean show also. And your baby and same baby.
Oh, make up the Mimisha, Bonnie, to the stand say, sometimes no, a man. To me, the number here, when you say, I say like toy bee or something like that. Sana,
I don't think it's a sin. I don't know, but I don't think it's a sin. But
well, okay, so I would say is answer now, you need to know the person that you are getting married to, how the person is, and you are say, oh, I know about be changing. No, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, that be no, yeah, Bonnie. Yeah, nice. Tina, Babia, yeah, over to say, Nanny beauty, but now fine.
No, of course not. I don't see it as a sin.
No, it's not. No.
Why?
Because it just enhances your beauty. Yes. So I think it's actually good. It's just good. I don't see anything wrong with having makeup on, putting makeup on. And I mean, there are good brands that you could use and then won't affect you in any way. So, but then you just have to limit the use.
Let's talk about love, life, marriage, family. Let's talk about God and Christ. Let's talk about love, life.
Alright, so you're welcome back. Well, I personally believe that who I am in Christ Jesus has nothing to do with my temperament or my personality. Why am I saying this? The fact that I have makeup on. Alright, someone sent a message and I was like, I always get that. I get people attacking me. Why should a woman of God have makeup on? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? This woman said her husband should do it. My husband loves it. He loves it. He loves it. He wants me to look good. And I always want to look good. I want to smell good. I mean, I'm a woman of God. That doesn't mean I should be tattered. I want to look fine for Christ's sake. People will see you and they'll just attack you. They have wives at home who do makeup, but then they'll come to me and say, why should a woman of God do makeup? I mean, a woman of God, I mean, shouldn't she look good? She also has to look good. As for me, if you criticize me, you judge whatever you say. As long as I'm not offending Christ, as long as I'm not going against the scriptures, I will look good, I will smell good, I will learn the word of God, I will impact people, I will pray for people, I will preach the word of God. If you have a problem with it, go and find out from my Creator why He created me this way. This is who I am. I'm not going against the word of God. All right, Mommy. You are the makeup artist. I know you go through some of these things. So I read a comment and the person was like, the host of the show has makeup on, so I know how this is going to end. Let me tell you something. Makeup, I do not see it as a sin. When I was growing up, one of the people I interviewed said, oh, she thinks makeup, when she was growing up, her mommy used to have powder and lip gloss, and that was it. And I asked her, is that not makeup? She was like, no, our own is different. Her husband, she said even till now, her husband wears powder, puts powder on her face, and then when she's going to sleep, she say, baby, your husband is wearing powder. You are saying, why? Yeah, makeup, I don't even understand this. As long as, just like she said the motive behind what you do. I am doing makeup. I am not doing makeup for approval from anyone. People do it and they're like, okay, I want to do this too. Maybe for approval. I want to put this on social media for people to give me likes. I want to do this because I look a certain way. There are people who have certain scars on their face and they do this to cover up. I don't see this as a sin. Someone enhancing their beauty just to look good. But what I have a problem with is when people come like they do makeup and you see that this makeup is too loud, like you know the makeup you are doing is not really, like, for instance, it's not your shade. One of the women said someone will be brown, and then he said you are black. Instead of you to wear black makeup, you wear brown. I didn't know we had black powder, but she was saying that someone can be black and then she wear a brown powder. You should like stick to like something that would match to your skin. That is what I would say. But me sitting here, I'm yet to see something in the Bible that says that makeup is a sin. Christ is my personal savior. I've accepted that. I'm a believer. Sorry, what did you say?
You are hosting the show.
Yes, Christ is my. Yes, because they only see they don't see me on a weekly, like, those that are close to me, those are like, there's no way you see me on makeup like Monday to, unless Saturdays and maybe Sundays. And people like just conclude on, someone came to church and the person, I didn't have anything on my face, and this is someone who has criticized me to you for so long, and then you told the person that I was the one I was like, are you sure? The person was surprised to see me without makeup. And this is someone who doesn't know anything about me, but the person has concluded on my personality, my life, that I'm not a believer or something like that because of what they see me do. I received the message one day. I went to preach in a church, and a lady sent me a message about 3 weeks ago, and she was like, before I was coming to the church, she and her friends had a discussion that because I put makeup on, they weren't going to come to the program or something, but they still came. And then amazingly, I didn't know what had gone on. I'm a woman of God, I can see, but I can't see everything that goes on around. And then I picked her. So I touched her, and then she felt like God used me to bless her. And then she sent me the message to tell me that she's sorry, but she concluded on me. But that day she felt so relieved after praying for her that she even wanted to come for my jacket. Coming from this coming from. So I think people judge people wrongly because of how they see them. Maybe I have makeup on. But my point is, why makeup?
Well, I think there are certain things going around that wigs come from under the sea, lipsticks come from under the sea.
Someone sent it.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And then
okay.
and then all these things, some of the clothes, some of these, some of that. See, Bible said the devil created nothing. He doesn't own anything. You know, he's somebody who is very good at counterfeiting things, like making a duplicate of something and using it for a bad influence on other people to get to win people on his side. For instance, some have makeup that have charms in it to women.
Yeah, I see some on Instagram.
Yes. So anything that we have created, God, we are just extension of God on earth. So anything God left for us to continue, and we are doing it. The devil is also making sure that he also pollutes what we are trying to do. Trying to look beautiful. Our bodies are the temple, is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You have your auditorium, you paint it all the colors that you want in the world. You put your curtains, you make sure the place looks beautiful. When you're having a program, you make sure you paint it to your taste. Even your own house, when it's Christmas time, you paint it well, make sure the place looks beautiful, so that people will come and then admire and attract it. Why can't you give your body some light, some shades, you know, just to make it beautiful? It's different when you are trying to replace your eye, plucking your eye out, just to put another one there. So that one is the same. You are trying to do lip injections.
As in surgery.
Yes, surgery. Okay, I understand. This one is something you can wipe when you are going to sleep, and then put another one back there.
Surgery is the same?
Well, not all surgeries, because we have surgeries that we use to save lives. And then the motive behind the surgery.
Okay, so you are a makeup artist. Let me say this. So someone has scars on her face, and she uses makeup to cover up. Someone maybe has a scar, or maybe she has a problem with maybe her bum. Maybe something happened, or maybe when she was born, one of her bum is bigger than the other, and then she goes for how do you call it? That thing? The surgery to like make it look the same. Or someone feels like, okay, my body looks a certain type of way, and the person that is all makeup. Yes, that is makeup, because you are enhancing it. So it's not just about the face. So if the facial makeup is not the same, how does the body type makeup? This is what I want to talk about. How does that become the same?
That's why I said that there are surgeries that we use to save lives. You understand? We are cutting the flesh, you know, just to make sure that something right comes out of it. Like emergencies, you know, some of us have done CSs. Would you say that because you are not supposed to cut your body, it's a sin, you know, you would allow that baby to die in your home? No.
But some churches believe in that.
Yes.
We never forget. If he dies, they will cut you. Yeah. And some have been dying to do that.
How would you know?
But some have been dying to do that. Because they don't believe in eventually to die. You cannot push the baby.
You cut.
You will still cut you and move it.
So there are some of the surgeries that are emergencies, but there are some that, you know, they want, you know, that kind of attraction for the opposite sex. So they'll go and they're not no longer content with their bodies. They want the men to look, they want to attract a certain kind of men. You hear that, oh, I like this guy. I like he likes.
That is inferiority complex.
Yes. It's also
low self-esteem. Because if you want to look a certain way for a man, not for you, or for validation or for approval, then it means that you don't even believe in yourself. You want people to accept you for.
So talking about enhancement, you know, you're trying to enhance your looks. You understand? That one is different.
Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why. Enhancing your looks.
You are not cutting any part of your body. You are not doing anything.
This is one of you have something to explain.
Yeah, I think when you meet anybody in the room and say makeup, they are talking about the face.
Yes. But what is makeup?
The face. Yeah, as you said, it's for enhancement and all those things. There's a cosmetic surgery. You could go and patch up some places. But yes, patch up some places. But as a lady person said, if the motive is wrong, after enhancing, you want to go and de-enhance because you are not certain. So when the motive is wrong, then it becomes a sin.
Yeah, but I know someone who went to do breast yes, and then now the person
wants to downsize it because yeah, people have transgender and they are regretting. They want to now talk to the former sex. You see, there are a lot of things that people do that are out of scripture.
I feel like, if it's not a sin, how can this be a sin?
There are two different levels.
Okay.
So which one should we attack?
Both.
Because if you as the person said, there's nothing like sinful when they say makeup. Like when someone on the street, makeup is mainly of the face. When you look into scripture, mommy said that talk about people who believe that makeup is a sin, they have taken some scriptures from the Bible to build on their point.
Right.
If you look at Jezebel, I mean, we don't have enough time. Yes, 2 Kings 9:30-33. You realize that scripture talked about when Jehu, Jehu was a king who went to kill King Ahaz for the sin that he has done. He was trying to sanitize the whole land. So it was time for him to remove Jezebel. We know Jezebel is an evil woman that King Ahaz married, causing havoc, and her aim was to destroy everybody in the land. So the Bible said that when Jehu, after killing Ahaziah, came to the house of Jezebel, Jezebel knew that he was there. So Jezebel went and was a nice dress, according to scripture, with he painted the eyes. So in scripture, it does not like makeup, but he painted the eyes, and makeup is painting of eyes is part of makeup, and she adorned herself with a lot of things. Now, let us not be in a haste to judge people guilty by association. If you judge me that makeup or the thing I put on my face is a sin, then tell me that the ornament and the gold and chain that I also, with the dress I'm wearing, is a sin.
But there are people who don't believe in this.
I'm talking about even the dress. I'm talking about the dress you are wearing. It's for beautification. So why are you separating just the painting of the eyes from the dress that you're wearing? So don't do guilty of by association by telling me that because Jezebel was evil, whatever she was wearing was evil. And you cannot generalize that to the whole everybody. Because Jezebel, her character was evil. It doesn't mean that what she was wearing was evil. So don't try to transfer Jezebel's gene into women because he was evil. So it got to a point when we were growing. I had an assessment. He was like, hey, if you're on the panel there, I know you will say it's a sin. When I was growing up, I never liked it. I was a makeup and I was a tomboy with the boys. I didn't know what kind of makeup. In fact, when we grew up from, makeup was, where is it coming from? All those. But many people jump to conclusion that makeup is a sin because they have not searched the scriptures. Someone said and someone said. My mother never liked makeup. My father never liked, so me too. I don't like it. It's a sin in my eyes. That is where we are as Christians right now. We don't search the scripture. If you look at Jeremiah also 4:30, that also go talk about a woman with a painting of eyes that is vanity and everything, and people took it out of context. That woman was talking about Jerusalem. That you are adorning yourself, but your deeds are evil. Immediately your deeds are evil. Whatever you want to, it is zero. So if your motive is bad, even if you're going to get hip and light, for what? To seduce a man, you are already in error. People come to church to seduce. There are types of making the maker, as I said, the enemy has entered and has made it in its own way. There are some alterations. They are makeup that when you see, so this is not a house of God makeup. They are makeup that when you see, this is bridal makeup. Hey, this is a graduation makeup. This is a party makeup. Yes. A party makeup. This is an office makeup. Yeah. Can you take a black lip with a bold eye to your office? You'll be sacked immediately.
The scholars said you can take red.
That's right. So it's the motive. If you are the Jezebel's motive at that time was to seduce Jehu, so that Jehu will forget his mission. But if you look at it carefully, Jehu was able to do whatever he came to do without looking into her eyes twice. You know, the scripture said that Jehu quickly asked, which people are with me? Throw her down immediately, because immediately he look again, he might abort the mission.
You know that after all she puts on her face, the ornament, the perfume, she had to speak to get his attention, to
look at him.
That immediately he looks at me.
You change.
I'll be able to set
exactly.
I didn't wear, and she also put on some perfumes and here.
Yeah, so
when
perfume.
Esther was being prepared for the kitchen,
she put on a lot of perfume.
Yeah,
they really, it was groomed.
But you know, with this particular one, people can also come in that he was doing it for a king who wasn't spiritual. Yeah, because he wasn't spiritual. So
but she wasn't.
Wait. Yes. So what I'm saying is that we are bringing everything inside. Yes. Because for Esther's own, other arguments will also come. That was their culture, and they were not following Christ.
People even said that beauty pageant
was not born again. Yeah. So this is what he wanted her to look like. So for Esther's,
they were really beauty pageants. They are not yet married.
That's what I'm saying.
People use that was there. Because he said Esther was just an ordinary person. Meanwhile, she was prepared very well. She was
meanwhile, the herbs, I think they make a combination of herbs.
Yes.
And when you are in the village drinking herbs and making your body tight and everything, being good, that one we don't see anything wrong with.
And Mordecai, who knew the words, Lord, script by script, told her to obey whatever.
I think the problem is, there's nothing wrong with us striving for perfection. There's nothing wrong. But the problem is, there are people who cannot go a day without makeup.
Yes.
There are people who cannot go a day without makeup.
Those people have issues. And
there is addiction.
They have parental complex that has migrated to an issue. People sleep with makeup. In fact, men are complaining because when they saw the lady, they never saw the lady without makeup before.
Yeah.
Then when they got married, it looks like
about applying it every day. Do you know sometimes where you work also counts, especially in the banks. That's why we say, for where you are going, if you are a teller, you are not allowed to come with a plain or natural face. You need to enhance. So if this is a person who goes to work from Monday to Saturday, some even do Sunday banking, definitely you always see the person. So you can't just quickly say that
at home they can even do it. And as a medical doctor, I only advise this makeup, they are full of chemicals. But as I said, even as powder and lip balms, they are all makeup. So
it's true, but I remember, the whole
makeup.
From 2019 around, I think September, October or so, or November till this month, November, I never wore makeup to church on Sundays. So you get same people criticizing you that why did you like makeup?
Will now be
and you can just put powder, just touch up.
They don't qualify the one as a
just touch up. And it, people really want to know why you don't wear makeup to church. I just
yes.
They like ordinary powders because they are not colored. Because it's not colored. But if you have lip balm that is colored, you put a little color in it, you put a little color.
Vaseline.
That one is a problem. But you see, sometimes that's what you're saying is about the motive.
But it's actually sinners judging sinners for sinning different. Yes.
Yeah, the kind of sin we do. As I said, immediately it is colored makeup, you are a sinner.
Yeah.
Because the plain, people say don't wear trousers, but they wear undershorts.
But the trousers,
but that one is under.
I think the trousers is for, for instance, this letter that came, there was a part where she spoke about trousers, but we didn't even add it to it. And I felt maybe her husband didn't want her to wear trousers because it maybe had her body too much and it was showing too much.
Of the
comfortable.
doctrinal change.
And then the people who are not comfortable because it was, your figure.
But before, you see, if you say this in a relationship, which I applaud it, but you had married the figure.
So you got married.
You had married the figure. The hypocrisy also is that some of these men who push women not to do makeup, they end up having side chicks with a lot of makeup.
That is true.
So if you really, we are not pushing. I'm not pushing you to go and do makeup because myself, apart from the Saturday I get a free one or things like this.
Go you.
And when I'm too busy. I don't even know where in fact, every time.
But the doctors wear makeup.
Some of doctors we are like, it's not the next thing.
Oh, okay.
Doctors there, you do a lot of things. Yeah, many people have time to, even the little one, but I don't. But we are not pushing you that go and do makeup. All we are saying is that because you don't like makeup, don't force people and tag them as sinners because they are doing makeup. As long as the Bible did not say, do not make up. Or in fact, if you think we are lying, or maybe because someone said because the pastor we are bringing is a makeup artist, what do I expect? She will say no. Let's search the scriptures, precept by precept. If you don't search, you'll be there say my pastor
said. And you don't quote out of context.
And that's it. You have to look into the scripture.
Okay, so if you just joined, we are talking about makeup, the Christian woman and makeup. Is makeup a sin? Should a Christian woman have makeup on? And you can send your comments and your contributions to the comment section and we will read it out. You can also add your questions to it. And these three people will answer. I'm here to reach. Okay, this is from Dan Don't Kill. Hey. Looking good in daytime and later in the night, you look scary. When I see your face, I beg, be who you are to your man you meet for first. He said, girls look like dead person if they put makeup on. Abraham L. Bradaga someone said, when ignorance becomes the norm, truth blurs and loses its potency. Bogla Michael, if makeup is not good, then they should go back to Garden of Eden and wear leaves and animal skin. After all, they could hear God clearly. That today, those who criticize makeup even commit the worst sins. From my days on street, those who point fingers are the worst culprits. I now understand the reason this guy in church keeps bothering me to stop wearing makeup, painting your nails, etc. He will say it's a sin. My Christian life is okay, except the lipstick aspect, and people are looking up to me as a pastor's child. I've stopped putting on lipstick because it was getting so uncomfortable. Mommy, thank you for this topic. I'm enlightened. Nana Ajwa Edumata. Jennifer said this is she's laughed. But Michael said if they say makeup and looking good is not good, then please they should sit on donkeys to go to church. Bless up. Yes, everyone can take scriptures to favor their arguments. Jennifer Echampon. Nana Ajwa Edumata. Thank you, Dr. Sepako. People misquote scriptures to put us in a box. Bogla Michael, this African orientation is just a curse. I'm confident that it should be a prayer topic. Yesterday, Prophet Vincent said something that religion, like the Christian religion, doesn't mean that we should like erase our culture. As in, you go to, he said, if we had gone to, now you see pastors in suits. When you see someone in the city, you're like, hey, are you a pastor? So he said, Prophet Vincent was like, if we were to, lead the whites to Christ, he's sure they would have wore certain, like they would have dressed like us, like the traditional. And he said there are men who go to funerals or occasions in cloth, and accidentally you see their chest showing, you are meaningful, like the nipple will be showing because of the cloth, and you wouldn't say that this person is going against the scriptures because we're too but meanwhile some part of the body is showing. So he was like, we take things out of, like, instead of us focusing on what the Bible is saying, we take, like you said, we say things to like force people to do what we want. So the fact that you do not want to believe in a certain thing, something, you want everybody to follow you. And because they are not ready to follow what you are doing, they become sinners and they are not going to heaven because they don't want to follow you. Okay, and this is from, so Michael, the African orientation is not a curse, it's actually the people.
Yeah.
Some of the people. Yes, and Peter Kofiga said, but wait small. If makeup be sin, people are typing in pidgin, how can I read? I was like, oh, you have to read that one. But wait small. If makeup be sin, then how come Esther did makeup and yet God used them? He says, Raja, you can take that. said, how come Esther, because she's a makeup artist, she has makeup on and God is still using her. So how come Esther used makeup and God still used her?
That means that God hasn't put any limitation or any, what do you call it, embargo on makeup that, oh, they're not supposed to do makeup, this. You will send you to hell, a child of the devil or something like that. There's nothing good. There's nothing. My husband was saying, Mami Water is really powerful. Why is he living with fishes? So, if you're talking about makeup and all this, there are some Christians that those over righteous people. You see them with scarf, long skirts, no makeup, dry face and everything, but some of them are serious demons. Some of them are serious, they have serious witchcraft, they have serious demons. And then you see somebody...
Oh, not even the demonic side, the things they are doing. You like have makeup, you
understand? And, because they've not been caught, doing those things, and then they see somebody with makeup, they begin to judge, like, hey, and the problem is that some of them do it too much. The wing, you can wing and wing here, like,
is that what I carry?
Sharp knife, people still wing, like, sharp, and it's too much.
So this topic is very hot too.
Too much of everything too is bad. So everything should be done in moderation. Like we're saying that, you have to watch your shade, the makeup, your shade, you have day and night makeup. Make sure that you don't do the night, use the night makeup for the day. Like using glitters, wild colors that is supposed to be used maybe for a special distract people. Distract people, cause attention, too much attention.
Causing them to last. You come last.
Yes. So anything that you do that will cause somebody to sing too much.
So why did God use her even though she used makeup?
Because God didn't see anything. God wanted to use her. She saw the heart of that lady, and the Bible described the kind of person that she was. So it was about the heart, not about, even after everything that she put on, it was the favor of God that was upon her.
Mommy, do you know, concerning this Esther thing, those that were putting her through the makeup, the preparation, they were not Christians.
But God used it, that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But she's a Christian lady.
Yes, so for that contest, it's for, I don't know, it was their culture. But she being a Christian allowed herself because she knew she was on a mission.
Exactly.
Yes, she knew what she had gone into the palace for. Maybe through her that God saved. So although she allowed herself to be put, but then her Christian standards, her Christian principles were still on point. She allowed herself to be put all these on her, but then her Christian principles, although in the land, in a foreign land, but she could still speak it loudly.
But she
with all these makeups.
But she could have said it's a sin and not to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She said she was on the course.
Yes, and she could have just even conformed to it and become like any other queen or any other beautiful lady who was.
But you understand that anytime they go and see the king, they are always adorned to see the king.
Yeah.
Is it that the Bible also said beauty pageant is a sin for Christian not to go? As clear conscience is very important. The conscience, when people say under the sea, because as I said, people do inside and all those things. Yeah. That's why when you buy things from markets, you have to pray over it. Everything. You have to pray. I'm sure that Esther, in the midst of pagans, held up his spirit because she was still spiritual. She was keeping up to touch. So even though she painted they painted her face.
Actually, they are going to emphasize on the Rebecca.
Yeah, I'm saying that yes. I said even Rebecca. The scripture said that when he accepted to marry her father-in-law gave her ornament to adorn herself.
And look beautiful.
And who was Rebecca?
Rebecca was the wife, Christian woman of God, the wife of Isaac. Yeah. People say that hey, it's only Jezebel and this daughters of whatever
that. Series that Pastor Nelson-Eshun did in the corridors of power, and what he was saying that Christians, we have laid back and given the worldly people that power, access, especially in the area of entertainment, media. So when a Christian go into acting and being applied the makeup, this is the scene, this is your role. So for that moment, as a Christian, this is my role, and I'm doing it for that moment. And we are criticizing them. So he was like, so should the church secretary type only church work, letters? You are a Christian secretary, you go to work, you go to your office, and you type any letter that comes to your way. Some even have to cook minutes for them to get some money for ministries. And she comes to church, there is nothing wrong with it. But when an actress is in front of the camera, acting at that particular moment, but his lifestyle or her lifestyle is different, and you are judging. And it was like, if this actress says, I love God, I'm dedicated, or I'm born again, I pray every day, you see a lot of people who are following her or him giving their life to Christ, because although in that particular scene he's portraying or she's portraying as a bad person, but he comes out with his or her true character for you to know that this is not me.
I'd like to take this one from Kennedy Oman. He said, motive. Wow, I'm loving the discussion. This is a very interesting topic. Thank you. So Nanaya agrees that stopping her may not change the lateness. She can stop and use the time for something else and still be late. So it is important to manage her well. Okay, based on what you said. Okay. Petra Odubayo said, hypocrisy though. People turning their personal belief to doctrines just so it can please them. Makeup is not a sin. Even surgical enhancements are not sin. Angel Red, me if they force me to cry, I will not stop. Hey. And some Christians will be quoting their pastors instead of the Bible. Petra Odubayo. Nana Adwa Edumata, deciding to wear makeup should be a personal conviction. Ensure not to force this principle on others. For instance, a woman of God came to the program and she's not into makeup. And when she saw me, she was like, oh wow, you're looking so beautiful. I wish I could do makeup, but I can't do makeup. And I was like, good. I want to do makeup. She doesn't. She's coming on the show. That doesn't mean the fact that she's coming on the show doesn't mean I should force her to do makeup against the personal doctrine. Please. Stop forcing things on people. Use the Bible. Understand the Bible. Stop doing that. It's not fair on us.
And talking about this makeup thing, people tell me that's demonic. See, if it's demonic, why would the devil add juju to a pencil, an ordinary eye pencil, that you should put it on with the juju before it attracts a man? That for men or all those things. Why doesn't the devil say that? Use it just ordinarily, you just grab it. Why does it have to add power to it before it? So you have to think twice that the devil doesn't have anything. He will just put some spirit behind whatever that has been created by man and then make it look as if it's demonic. So let's watch out and then study the word of God.
Okay. Makeup can be wrong when it becomes an idol in your life, when it competes with the time you spend with God. Even the Israelites wore anklets self, and God didn't have a problem with it. Well, this one is topic for another day. Thank you, because over decades, wearing anklets have meant different things. Let me go and sip hot tea. You better go and sip tea. Benedicta Hammond said, nice one, Mrs. Bannerman. Nanajo Edumata said, God loves beautiful things. I always see the king in the book of Esther as God. You can't go before God's presence looking anyhow or tattered. If Esther had refused that aspect, she would have been disqualified. Okay, I'll take some of the comments from YouTube, but before we can still continue from where we started.
I want to add up that when we are wearing makeup, we have to wear it by faith. By faith. You must wear the makeup by faith. And with a clear conscience. Someone says, why did I bring faith in? And with a very clear conscience. Romans 4:23 says that, but whoever has the doubts is condemned if they eat. Because their eating is not from faith. And everything that does not come from faith is sin. So even your food that you are going to eat, anything you put on, you have been done by faith. Because that distinguishes you from the ordinary person or the world. If you don't do with faith, you don't have a clue. So there's something when you are doing, you know that this is wrong. And so that's when you wear it and you look in the mirror, you know this is for temptation. Your conscience just prick you. That is God speaking to you. This is not supposed to be done. There are some women of God who can wake up and God will tell you today don't wear makeup. or today I want you to wear makeup. You know, it depends on, when you have a personal relationship with God, there will not be any argument of whether this is sin or the same. The Bible says the Spirit of God bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. And the Bible says whoever is born of God cannot sin. That has been a scripture of contention between some people because we are in the dispensation of grace. But the Bible says, should we say that grace we are born? No. But grace has given us the luxury. We cannot live by law. The Bible says when you live by the law and you transgress in one, you have transgressed all. So what kept us going is the grace of God. And makeup is also in the grace of God. When you do it by faith and with a clear conscience, God begins to move. But when behind the sin, your life is full of sin, smelling with the odor of the enemy, of devil, you will say you cast out the demon and the demons will slap you because they don't know you. What is more important? Bible says that God look at the inward appearance, even though the outward enhancement. Bible says what is that prophet little? Outward appearance also is there, but you must, when you groom the inward appearance, and it will automatically show all this self inferiority complex. Let me do it for Kwesi to be happy. Let me cover this car. It's not giving me. People have vitiligo. Just medical could that make you pale in some areas, and they do makeup to cover all because they are not happy. Let me tell you, people, doctors are not go to hospital. Let me tell you before I pass it on. Those who don't take blood, we have seen members dying because they signed and brought atomic power of Athena. We are going to take blood. If you see that, leave me. And we have seen their leaders, who are their pastors, calling us in consultation and saying, "My dear, this is my child, so don't let her die. Transfuse the blood, but don't write it in the folder." In secret. Yes, transfuse the. Don't in the folder because and they are dying. Immediately the child is well. Yes, immediately the child is well. I say, glory to God. We didn't receive blood, and that is what people are dying because of that. So you know, people are hiding because their doctrine, not this doctrine, they didn't have brought it. The revelation is not powerful, but they are feeling guilty to go back and let them put that what we have preached for long is not working. They are to take blood, I tell you. What I'm going to lower our voices.
In case some of them refuse to go back because somebody can come and stone you because you allowed maybe my wife to die. Somebody so they are now in their box in that box. They can't come out because somebody can.
How do they change it?
They can't. That's what I'm saying.
So if they go and change, they'll come back another force and this way you told us to do it. That's this. But what I have to say again is, you know, when we are going for an interview, all other things being equal, if you will enhance. You know, when it's too loud, you get into the interview music and you ask a lot of interviewers and they look at how loud you are. You know, I've worked in a certain bank before, although we had an orange color, but then when you come and you add orange color to your hair, we wouldn't say it matches with the colors of the bank. You will go back and then change because it doesn't meet the standards. So even in the physical, when you come to the interview and you are too loud, that loudness, no matter what you say or how competent they might not even listen to you. And when you come so sharply, as soon as you enter, what is this? That one even speaks volumes. So please, the moderation.
I actually went for an interview, I think in 2012 or I've forgotten, but in a marketing company, and you know I have a background in marketing, so we were vibing, and you know me. The moment I get to know you a little, I'm all over the place. Like we were vibing and like, okay, this is what we are looking for. This is what we are looking for. So, for instance, going to the bank, they want it in English. In the marketing company, they want it all out. Like,
yeah, it's true because I've been also denied an appointment before. Yes, because of the way I look.
If I go to the bank, they won't even.
And then
I'll be all right.
You see, and there was another person following me, wearing nails. I mean, all that because to them this is what they sell. So sometimes it's because it's all about the purpose for which you are wearing it.
We had a conversation. The people that were interviewing me and myself, we chatted for so many minutes as if we knew each other.
They had accepted you already.
Yes.
Just
So depends. But one thing I also want to say is that our appearance, like the makeup you do, should go with godliness. I'm out there. Okay, I have this on my face. Well, like just Romy said, OTIP, yes, but is it going to? Yes. I mean, how you yesterday, Vincent said if they call you and they call a prostitute, okay, so because mostly in the Bible, all the people that were seen as wearing makeup, most of them were being referred to as harlots. I don't know if you. Yes, most of them were being referred to as okay, so this one. So he was like, so if they call you out here, you okay, Dr. Saba called Mrs. Bannerman. One is a harlot, one is a godly woman. They call the two of you. Alright, so will someone be able to say that, okay, this is the harlot and this is the godly woman? Our appearance, we are doing the makeup all right, but please don't do anything that will make another person feel bad.
Thessalonians 5:22 says that abstain, desist from appearance of evil. The moment your appearance looks like the second harlot coming in. So that was what I was saying, that when you can spend 50 minutes on your makeup and you come to church, prayers session is past, worship is past. Meanwhile, you are even struggling praying yourself in your house. Coming to pray together.
Well, you can't even pray when you are worshiping. You can't worship because you are afraid the tears
will. So you can't be yourself.
They don't want you to. Yeah.
Because you know, oil is what cleans makeup.
Yeah.
So when some girls don't like anointing scents, just because the oil will wipe out.
No, like me for instance, I can never do worship without mine.
You see,
when I get to church and my praise or English starts, oh God.
So if
but you know, people go to church and they don't want to be in awe or like involve themselves in the worship because they know how sensitive their spirit is. So the least thing, the tears will come. So makeup is
the motive behind. They're targeting the brother after church service.
You know, mostly I go from church, people are like, it looks like this side is the makeup.
You know what you've done. So I was saying,
I don't care.
But I was saying, if really the Holy Spirit is in you, if really you have relationship with the Holy Spirit, when you dress in your room, not only the makeup, what you are wearing, everything. Yes, before you even come out, you will know that what I'm coming out with, it's good or it's bad. So if the Holy Spirit is within you, it's in you, He dictates for you, He knows. I mean, He directs and guides you. So it's not really about, of course, it should be more.
Dressing the outside, make sure you dress the inside.
That is very important. Just like she said, if you come to church to come and stand there to minister, you've not even done your
for woman or for man. You understand? He said, no, if you are using that scripture that don't wear men's, don't wear. There are some shops you can go, you see some men wearing.
Let me take this one.
Some tuna.
Said, I would like to ask if makeup comes with some spirit, because I remember once I wore it and I felt not myself. I'm an angel. Do you understand? She wore it and she said she didn't feel, she wasn't herself. She felt there was something wrong with her.
She didn't pray with Wanda.
That's what Dr. Seven doing things with faith. But then, do you know, when once on campus, there was this guy who comes room to room. Actually, I have some powder here. When you apply, it's charm. So, oh yes, it was room to room. I was like, now you've brought it to us. We are no longer going to the fetish to even ask it. So it could also be the source. Maybe when she purchased, she didn't pray or anything. So it could.
Sometimes we think that the only things we must pray on is things like they told her that your auntie is a witch. So for that one, when she brings banana, cast the demon, bind the away. When you go to the market and go outside, the other things they think, oh, they don't know me. Let me just, I don't know anywhere. She's not related to my family or anything. But the enemy uses so many means to get us. When they just wanted to kill Jesus, to kill all the other children, the girl children around, he fought. even though Jesus was the target, you understand? So we have to make sure that everything, wherever we go, whatever we want to get, pray over it very well. Because if the enemy wants to, he might attack everybody here before coming to you.
Even I hear people at times prophesy and says this necklace you are wearing, it wasn't this shop, but it was there purposely because for you to come and buy so that they can
have no idea
familiar with no idea of the shop or the seller. So some of the spiritual connotations. We have to pray on everything.
Okay. All right, thank you guys. Let's I'll start with you. Your final words.
My final words are according to scripture, makeup is not a sin. It's not by force to wear it or not to wear it. If your skin is sensitive, you are not comfortable, you are not comfortable. Don't push anybody to believe in your doctrine. That is not biblical. If you doubt whatever we are saying, the Bible is there for everybody. You should go and research it. Everything must be done with moderation and modesty. You must have the Spirit of God inside of you to even the Holy Ghost and tell, I am beautiful today. That's how romantic the Holy Spirit is. So if you are a woman of God, in fact, every child of God is a woman of God. If a child of God, woman of God, and you are debating this over and over again, I want to encourage you to look into the Word, pray, and on everything you have, communicate with the Holy Spirit, and live a godly life. As for the makeup, it's a secondary issue. It is not a sin.
Okay, so I would also say that what you look like most of the time doesn't really matter than our soul or what is inside of us. So if you are a believer or if you are in the faith, your physical appearance you shouldn't really emphasize on it more than your soul. You should be able to live good or doing good or living righteously more than the outside. If you are putting so much appearance on the physical, do the same to your spiritual. And with the letter 2, I would say the lady should also take it into prayer. Because sometimes when you want to communicate, the heart of the thing is in the Lord's hand. He created him. So sometimes you need to work him out in prayers before you go to him. So pray about it and go back and communicate with him. But in everything, I think you should come into a halfway and then understand him. Because you need to
Yes, and what I'll say is that let's stop being too judgmental on people, based on this makeup issue, and then let's stop condemning people, you understand, to make them feel bad, because the Bible says that God does not look on the outward, but on the inward. Even though sometimes the outward causes men to sin, we should do everything in moderation. We should make sure that we don't do it too much, understand? And then also what I'll say about this woman too is that we should pray, God has placed man over us, like a God over us. And then, when Abraham wanted to sacrifice Isaac, understand? God told him to sacrifice Isaac. God asked him to kill Isaac, kill your son. He obeyed God. Now your husband is asking you that he doesn't want you to do it. Just go back to God and tell him that this is what my husband wants me to do. Please touch his heart for me. I love you. God, I love you so much. I don't mean it for any bad reason. Please touch his heart for me. And I believe that God will touch his heart for you because you're giving God a genuine reason why you want to do that. And then lastly, what I'll say is that as God told Adam to dress the garden and keep it, make sure that you are also dressing and keeping things up. Don't leave everything all messed up and bushy in the name of holiness and purity, because over righteousness is also a sin.
Okay. All right, so what I would say is that I do not see makeup as a sin, but it depends on how you do it. And it depends on the motive behind the makeup you are doing. So this woman that sent the letter, what I would say is you communicate with your husband, like sit down and talk to him. Find out why he suddenly use the scriptures. Read your Bible to understand it more before you go to him. So as he gives you his reasons by using the Bible, you also give him your reason and come to an agreement. But if he still insists on you not, then I think you should just quit doing the makeup. And with people out there who think makeup is a sin, I personally do not see makeup as a sin. I'm yet to see a scripture that says that makeup is a sin. I've not come across any of that sort. I feel like we force people into doing things because we feel like that is the right thing, not because the Bible says it's the right thing. When you check Galatians, people used to like say, oh, women are not supposed to preach. And then the women began to dug into the scriptures and they found out that even Galatians 3:28 says we are all the same. There is none Jewish nor Gentile, no slave, no female or male. We are the same. We can speak the word of God. So now they've stopped. Now it is makeup. Please allow the women to be free. If your wife wants to do makeup, if she doesn't, it is her choice. Don't push people. Or if your pastor's wife, like the woman in the video said, she feels like the pastor's wives are influencing the children negatively. I'm like, with makeup, negatively, how?
It could be a pastor, maybe it's something different apart from the makeup. Maybe her character or something.
She said, no, we're talking about makeup.
Yeah.
The interview was on makeup, and she said she doesn't expect a pastor's wife to do makeup.
Maybe it was so long.
And people are
doing
they
it.
Some don't know how to apply. So if then I changed the questions to the other girls, like, can a pastor's wife do makeup? Because it looks like people feel like every other person can do makeup and a pastor's wife cannot do makeup. So I was like, can a pastor? There are others that said, oh, they feel like one of the guys said his girlfriend can do makeup, and it was like a pastor's wife cannot do makeup. I was like, why? And he said the pastor's wife is an influencer, like you influence people. So, for instance, if you want the girlfriend or wife to stop doing makeup, and the pastor's wife is doing, how would she even stop? Because after all, the pastor's wife is doing it. So, I mean, what I would say is let's do it in moderation. Yes, let's not do it to offend people, and let's not do it for approval and validation. That is, like, if you are dealing with low self-esteem, just work on yourself and accept yourself for who you are. Yes. And you see someone with a makeup, maybe there's something going on in your face. Stop judging people. Like Papa put a post on his page and he said a lady had tattoo on the scalp, not knowing she had alopecia or whatever. Yes. And people didn't know why, but people were like, why does she have this? So I went to Google her and I saw her picture. I was like, oh wow. Oh, okay. Yes. So please, I want to say thank you to you for watching us. You can send your questions coming even if we close. And if you want us to bring someone who doesn't do makeup to come and counter this next week, we can do that for you. Thank you for staying with us. Mrs. Banana will invite people for church tomorrow. And Mommy will also invite people for Radiant Place. Alright, Mrs. Banana.
Okay, so tomorrow is the last Sunday for the 4 mega prophetic Sundays. And you wouldn't want to miss tomorrow's service. Come and let's commune and dine with God. Come and hear from God for yourself. Oh my God. And tomorrow is the last day, so you don't want us to tell you.
I was in church and I was on Facebook Live at the same time.
You wouldn't want us to tell you or to be told. Come and experience it yourself. So it's at Adenta SDA Junction. 6 houses from the junction on your left. Come and then let's worship God together.
The time
8:30 a.m. sharp.
If you miss your way, you can call 0234 0777 Alright. Mommy.
Okay, so I'm also inviting you to worship with us at the Radiant Place, which is at the Papenquak Total Filling Station, opposite Papaye, the Tesala Papaye. You can, I think you can also use the, how do you call it, UT, what's the name of that place? The ship house, yes. You can, when you're coming from the circle area, you can also use that lane, and then you will see the Papenquak Total Filling Station. Just there, we are on the first floor. You can locate us there.
Inside the filling station, the same,
the same compound. Yeah, we are there. So I'm inviting you to come.
But your branch is having a service.
Alright, so we also invite you to a branch of Spirit Life Revival Ministry, Exploit Temple. It's at tertiary level, at your bus stop. When you get to your bus stop, you see the post, the sign post there. We are also meeting at 8:30 a.m. We want you to come, and God will bless you. Invite your friends.
Please don't forget to do it with godliness. Don't do it to offend anyone. If you have anyone in mind you think we can bring next week, just send me a message behind and I will reach out to you or bring the person and take it from there. Thank you so much for having us. God bless you. We love you. Bye.